Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD campaign. We're back on the Kingdom of England series. In today's episode, we're going to be declaring war upon Navarre and the Kingdom of Aragon. We're going to be pushing over the Pyrenees and starting and declaring war upon Spain and the Iberian Peninsula. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here to stay up to date with future uploads, and if you want to support the channel, that's the best thing you guys can do. Also, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. In the last episode, we managed to finish off the last of the French resistance, defeating Toulouse. What else was there? Yeah, it was mainly Toulouse, yeah, taking Montpellier and securing southern France. I wanted to go against Marseille, but they're backed by the Holy Roman Empire, and I just don't want to draw them in just yet. We have 6 full stacks, and there have been some minor changes here and there. So I've also, with taking Toulouse recently, we're able to construct siege engineers, so we can then go on and recruit catapults. So every one of my 6 stacks here has a catapult in it, who's going to make taking settlements that much easier. Also got to say a huge thank you to the 1212 AD mod team for sending me a copy of the campaign, an early access copy, and making this Let's Play possible. So a huge thank you to them. Go and support them where you can. Also, my children have come of age. My son and heir Henry, who is 19, I married him to a princess from the county of Flanders. My second born son Richard's been married off. My 16-year-old daughter Joanne has come of age. Lionel 7. My bastard brother has 3 legitimate children as well: William, Joanne, and Elizabeth. Now, speaking of Henry, he's currently commanding a force with me, along with my sons Richard. So the king and his 2 princely sons are going to be pushing into Pamplona here. Over here, my bastard brother is going to be commanding the armies to go and take Aragon out. So we're going to have a little bit of diplomacy, some shrewd diplomacy. We're going to have to cheese the AI somewhat to get around some of these defensive packs, just making it easier for myself. Oh, seems to be a bit of a Portuguese resistance there. So we're currently strength ranked 1, the Iubids are 3rd, Portugal 6th. They're quite strong. We've got defensive alliances with Brabant, Milan, Pisa, and Trier. Military with Flanders, Burgundy, and Schweiz, Switzerland. Iberia is currently under the control of Western Catholics, and we've also got allies here in Pisa. I could straight up war deck Navarre, but seeing they have pacts with Aragon and Castile, I don't want to bring them in just yet. Aragon also has pacts with Pisa and myself, so instead of giving them the decision to make, we're going to try and bypass it. So Navarre with King Theobald, he's 25. Aragon with Jamie, I would say. That's how you say that. We're going to have to negotiate with some of the Arabs. So let's say the Almohad Caliphate, I will join your war against Navarre. How about that? Accepted straight up. I'll also join your war against Aragon. How does that sound? They've rejected. I am happy to give you a payment to allow me to push through their borders. I'll give you 1,000. How about that? And they've accepted. So now we are at war with Aragon and Navarre without war decking them and bringing in their enemy opposition. So if we can quickly destroy them as quickly as possible, they won't be able to get called in. Alrighty then, well, let's push over the border here then and attack Aragon. So William can push here and take Zaragoza. Push in and siege this out. We'll move this secondary army further south, and with Alfred here, he's going to have to go on a forced march. Get them up into position. So there's a full stack here in Zaragoza, and there's also a full stack down there in Barcelona with Nuno. Okay, well, let's allow the king to push up. So let's push with King John. What do we want to do? Siege that, or should we get someone else to give chase? Okay, what I'll do is I'll get my son and second born, Richard, to siege this one out. I'll move my son and heir Henry here, And then what I'll do is I'll get John to straight up hit that. And we're going to be able to bring that in. So John's going to push in here and hit the secondary army. That's now fled back. So if I was to strike against Pamplona here now, okay, it'd be a straight up auto resolve. Okay, we probably should deal with the south firstly. So let's deal with Zaragoza. We'll take this one out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We outnumber them 3-1, and Zaragoza is now ours. 8,000 Englishmen have stormed the city. 728 lost to 3,000 Catalans. We will occupy the city straight up. We'll sit here for now, ready to push against the soldiers in Barcelona, and that army doesn't look very good either. Alrighty, well, I think I'll allow my son and heir Richard to have a crack at this one. And I reckon it's going to be about the same. 7,800, and then we'll deal with the other garrison outside. So we'll quickly seize and take Pamplona in one fell swoop, and then we'll go and chase that army that ran away with the king. Decisive victory, and our first major victory with my second-born son there. Fantastic. Let's give chase to this army now. Navarre has lost their major capital, and they are massively on the back foot. So let's push you up here as best we can, and let's run down their army. Alrighty. What? So after all that, Navarre, I kind of respect it. They've got 20 units of early spearmen. I quite like and respect the spam. I guess they were sort of heavily relying on the army inside. This is just like the spam army they had on the side. Oh well, no matter. Let's fight this one on the field of battle here today. 4,800 against 3,000. Oh, we just caught them there because they've got a lack of an army build. Ah, that's hilarious. The Battle of Navarre, 1228 AD. We're going to go and smash a full unit of spearmen. Catapults on side, dismounted hospitallers, and some dismounted English knights have been a little bit knackered here and there due to the auto-resolve, but plenty of archers, plenty of cavalry. With catapults, we're going to make quick work of these spearmen. They might even be sort of enticed to charge us as well. You never know. Deus Volt. God wills it. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle map. A nice dry day. Let's start the deployment. The mighty Pyrenees in the background there. So we are attacking them at the end of the day, and our reinforcements are coming in. So let's try and make a front line. I have a feeling that they're going to try and charge and envelop us because we have skirmisher supremacy. So we'll try and match. Actually, I was going to say we've missed a unit there, so we'll try and match it where we can. We don't want to go too thin because they can probably, yeah, they just outnumber us slightly, but hopefully my skirmishers can pierce and isolate them effectively enough. So you need to be like here in this corridor. Catapults can go on an explosive round, and yeah, probably that side of the hill is probably not too bad. A little bit higher up makes it a bit easier, and we'll leave King John there along with our reinforcements. Cavalry wise can be on the left and right. We'll try and flank with them where we can. Yeah, so I'm a little bit surprised how much of the replenishment we've actually lost there. And I would imagine that they're going to try and give chase. They're going to try and rush us. So this is this is Navarre. This is the last of their kingdom. I'm not entirely sure what the Navarre heavy cavalry is doing, but they're sitting back. They're going to try and push us here. We've got a slight high ground advantage as well, so we're going to try and use that to our advantage where we can. And let's try and flank around with my cavalry as such as well, so try and get them into a better quality position. Okay, so my reinforcements have now arrived. Let's try and essentially match what we've gone and done here and allow my archers to be centralized here a lot more. Okay, so catapults are on fire at will. Once they get in range, we can rain fire and death upon them. They'll eventually get there, moving our heavier cavalry on the left and right, but the two front lines will collide very shortly. I can't wait for my spearmen as well to, my archers to have a crack. Actually, speaking of archers, these probably need to be on a standard shot, along with you guys as well. Alright, more cavalry's come here as well, so we can probably try and swing it in up and around on our side. There seems to be a unit here isolated, and we're already raining fire and death upon the enemy. So try and hit and isolate this unit here. You try and swing around this way, and just try and hold our front line. So we've already got some archers getting some shots off here. English longbowmen, loose! We should be able to make quick work of anything sort of coming up here. Alright, we want to try and hit and isolate some of these spearmen already. Try and hitting them from the rear. We also don't want to sort of try and get caught. Let's have a crack with our own catapults here and try and have a nice crack. That's looking good, and it's just overshot. Nearly hit that rogue guy further at the back. That cavalry has now been pushed. Make sure these guys pull back, and we'll watch them charge our front line. We could even very well counter-charge, to be honest. Yeah, let's counter-charge and get that. So let's try and push out of our own position. We can counter-charge here because they've lopsided us. The rest we're probably going to need to hold. So you try and swing around, something like that. So let's counter-charge this. Oh! They've pulled back, those cheeky bastards. So one lot is pushing here. Yeah, they've actually halted the charge on that far side. Gotta respect that. Alright. Let's continue my catapults to hit something like this. There, we don't want to, yeah, we don't want them to hit my cavalry there. Good, my reinforcing cavalry's here. That counter-charge worked on some fronts, but they're trying to wrap around me on this far side here. If we can wrap up their left, we'll be fine. So you push down towards this, you push down into this way. Essentially try and get my cavalry here, and then we'll go with some massive charges. And you probably could be centralized a lot more as well. They already seem to be trying to peel against me there, so let's swing them there. And we'll try and form up here with my cavalry. So you can give chase into this, that's fine. You can try and give chase into that. And you can go down into this or something. You can swing around this way as well. Make sure they're all focusing this. You come around into that. And probably try and get you guys down here a little bit more. So that's okay for now. You guys come down into this. So they're going to get charged here head on. And let's try and throw more of our heavier units in here as well. Okay, there's a gap here, so you guys can push this. Bring it down, bring it down. That's nearly like a low... It's actually a low-key good strat, just spamming spears. You're surprised? I'm surprised how quite effective it was. Especially if they want to try and wrap. The thing is, right, oh, that's a good shot there. A little bit risque, but I kind of respect it there. That's going to hit more of our own cavalry than anything, so let's hold that off just there. To be fair, we're probably going to be able to do decent damage, even though it's 160. These guys are light spears. So we've actually gone and smashed 30, just due to the nature of our heavier cavalry. Yeah, look at that head on. That was head on. They were in a semi-fortified position there as well. Crazy. Right, try and swing down here and help as well. And try and swing this down here as well to come and help out. Right, let's go in again for a second cycle charge around the back. For England! God save the King! And there goes Navarre. I don't know what type of claim we have on Navarre, but I don't think we have one, to be honest. Right, let's push down here and try and make sure none of these guys escape. You push for this. Swing down now and try and get rid of the general. Right. We're doing really well in hand-to-hand combat, and we've killed the enemy general. Alrighty, let's swing further reinforcements here down and around. We want to try and wrap this up now. One unit remaining. Let's try and get into the back of that. Victory. We have victory. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Right, let's try and run down as many of them as possible. Show them no quarter. Be relentless. Be ungiving. And we'll be victorious in Iberia, trust me. Now, let's speed things up there. Whew. So, we only lost 100. We killed about 3,000 of them. We had the high ground on our side slightly. There was some rocks interfering. Catapults. Skirmishes were good. And now our cavalry is just going to gobble up the last of the remaining Navarres. I don't know. Navarre, what's the word? They're men of Navarre. Oh, getting some nice volleys up over the top as well. Get those chevrons up as well. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool beans. So now after this, we need to focus on Aragon, which might be a slightly harder opposition, but I'm quite surprised how many they were able to field. 2 full stacks with 1 region, and I have what, 12? And I only can have 6. I know the game cheats with its base income, but still quite impressive. Decisive victory. Let's take that. So we lost 61. They deployed 3,000. 1 unit got 4, 3, 2. The general got 27. How did our catapults do? 36, 275. Okay, guys, welcome to the campaign map. So we've eliminated the Kingdom of Navarre here today. Excellent. Let's take on the replenishment there. And I reckon that's it. Yep, the Kingdom of Navarre has been destroyed. They put up a good fight towards the end. Alright, let's try and reallocate my forces where I can. We'll try and push for Barcelona now. Valencia still avoids us as well. Okay, we can't use that in Pamplona, so we'll try and break down and repair where we can. We're going to be able to use some of it, but not all of it, which is unfortunate. And we'll make preparations to push against Barcelona here now. Alrighty. Richard has gone up in stats. So looking at Richard, +2 missile experience for recruits. That's good. Henry, my son and heir. Oh, he's quite a good governor. I like to have my family members as fully fledged military commanders. It secures our authority. At the moment, ours is 49. We probably could go with another sort of boost here. Gathering support. That's probably not a bad idea. Get it up nice and high, because no one really needs to spend too much of their stuff already. Dominion's 35. We want to try and get that +2 loyalty faction rate. We were getting minus growth before, so we want to try and get this up nice and high where we can, and my control seems to be good as well. Alrighty, let's end the turn and continue. Oh yeah, we've got my priest heading down from Orleans and such. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. We've got this little icon going up. I haven't seen this before. Found an empire. Control 18 regions. We have 19. Let's do that. Ah, the British Empire has been formed. Is that what we're technically renamed? Yeah, now the British Empire. That's quite cool, and it's quite unique as well, because we didn't have to go down any particular route. It's just 19 regions, so you could have pushed westward into Germany if that's something we'd like. Okay, so we've hit our British Empire decision there. Oh, that's really cool. Alright, let's try and see where... Oh, okay. Where those Aragon armies lie. I can't seem to see them. Regardless, we're going to try and push headstrong into Barcelona as quickly as possible. And look at their kings inside as well. Let's try and push all in our opposition. And can you guys somehow get to Valencia? You can too. The king can get to Valencia. We're not going to get ambushed or intercepted there. It looks like we might be able to take out Aragon in one quick swoop. We'll make sure, well, what are the odds of me taking Valencia now? Okay, that's very much in my favour. I just don't want, like, to lose Zaragoza and the recruitment improvement we've already got going on here. So this is already quite large. We'll break that down. Catholic monastery, we'll keep that here for now as well. So what is that? So it's down the far right of it. So we want to try and go and upgrade to that. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to be able to take the port city of Barcelona as well and kill their king, Jamie. So there goes Barcelona. 428. We've occupied the city. Man, oh man. I guess that's a unique building. That's cool. We'll try repair where we can. Woodcutter as well. Yeah, I didn't really contemplate the resources that we're getting initially. So Barcelona has a wood resource and wine. Okay. Looking at our trade now, we're making 10,000 per turn. Most of our money is actually coming from our wine export. That is mostly here in Bordeaux. There's not too much other wine stuff, but that's interesting. So we're going to lose 1,500 a turn from Portugal when we eventually declare war upon them. Castile 1.3. Yeah, so that's stuff to factor in and think about as well. We obviously will make it back once we push, but that's really quite interesting. We'll push here against Valencia here now, and we'll finish off the next thing. I don't know why this road seems to be going absolutely ballistic. And we'll occupy Valencia straight up as well. And we'll try and break this down where we can. Alrighty, so Navarre's no more. Aragon has seemed to fled. Where have they? Have they fled to Palma? I don't know why they've gone and done that. It's a little bit strange, but we're going to sit here for now in Barcelona and Valencia as well, and then we guess we need to start making preparations to go to war with the Kingdom of Castile. They're not quite Lyon yet. They have Murcia, they have Toledo, they've got a lot of armies here. Hopefully it's not another spearman spam. And they've got Leon and Santiago. Portugal seems to be a lot stronger. Cordoba, Granada, Sevilla, Badajoz, Evara, Lisbon over there as well. Alrighty, we're in the turn once more. We finally got weak spots and block and parry. +5 melee attack and melee defense. We've also unlocked a new region here as well. So let's send just the youngest. Eustace can come into Castella Aragon now. We'll bring you in there because that's probably, I would imagine, the more financially viable. Yeah, about 2.3 compared to being somewhere up here. Maybe not. Alright, we'll give it one more end turn. My Imperium's gone up so we can get another army as well. I just want to see what Aragon does here. But it looks like they're going to hang around the edge of the Spanish coast here, not do too much. We knocked out a lot of their armies, but we outnumbered them 3-1. There's not too many in an open field, so I didn't really feel like I needed to push a siege if we're just getting crazy odds like that. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. Our demolition job has given us 32,000 gold, so that's actually quite massive if I do say. So we'll try and convert some of these buildings where we can, because some of them are quite useful. Yeah, military order priory, yeah, we might as well just get that, because we're going to have to double back anyway and sort out our finances, like military stuff, because we're probably not gonna. It's probably not a good idea to build military buildings down in this part of Spain, because I really want to try and make it economically viable. There's a woodcutter there we can upgrade as well. All right, dealing with Nuno and the last of the Aragonese. I guess we just sort of sit back. There's no point of even trying to push into the water and try and take that. Like, why not just try and let them attack us? They'll eventually do it, and we're probably going to sit here and weigh up our options before we go to war with Spain anyway, and it's probably not a bad idea, seeing we can get another two more armies. So let's have a look at some of these zones, these recruitment zones. So we can get a decent amount of units from Toulouse, Bordeaux, and Orleans. I did have this smithy in London though, so it might be our best bet to get our troops in London. We've got a couple of formidable attackers. These guys were rotated out once I brought in my children through nepotism into the fucking army. So I guess we could hold off some of the major construction recruitments there and focus on getting in another army. So already there they can be upgraded. So we want to try and get in 4 units of heavy cavalry. Then the rest can be 3 units of archers, and then try and get as many dismounted Templars, and then try and trickle the rest with better quality recruits. So we'll try and swing at something like this. We'll also change my edict up, so 12 more turns before we get another 2 full stacks there. And Leon has quite a decent recruitment capacity. Leon does have catapults though, and we can get our longbows here. So I think bringing in Arthur in Toulouse is probably a smarter... Yes, we can't get all of those recruits in, but we can start this off. So get a catapult in, get 2 for the one up in the north as well coming down, and we'll get this recruits done here. Alright, we've spent our money for now. We'll get 3 more lots of archers, and we won't recruit one of you here because we'll bring a catapult unit into that. Alrighty guys, well unfortunately on that note it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. We've managed to take Navarre and Aragon in quite quick succession. They're going to sit away here rotting at the edge of the area. We'll slowly convert our buildings here. Once they get relatively stable and on track, we'll probably go to war with the Kingdom of Castile in the next episode. I don't think we need to wait for another 2 more stacks. We could play it safe and burn 12 turns, but I want to be a little bit more aggressive from the get-go. So we'll slowly but surely wait, make sure our construction stuff's done. They'll eventually attack us, and we'll finish them off as well. We're unreliable with strength ranked 1. Unfortunately, King John's 59, so he might not have much long left. Basically, once they hit 60 in total, we're Attila. The rate of death is quite high. Let's try and bring in some of these generals here that aren't actually in here, so John can come in here. Can any of my family members? Yep, some of my sons can come in. My daughter Joanne is 16 as well. I don't think we could theoretically marry her off somewhere, but you never know. Still continuing to keep our alliances up and such. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Make sure to support the series if you want to see more episodes. Likes, comments, subscriptions really do help out. And giving me a bit of a thought ahead where you'd like me to expand and conquer helps out as well. I think taking the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula is our best bet. But then after that, North Africa doesn't look like it's being able to be claimed by us as Pisa. The Italians are starting up their own overseas colonial territory. We could maybe make a play in Italy, try and pick off and sort of divide and conquer some of the Holy Roman Empire vassals. Maybe we could even push up there, or maybe once we've got this secure, we can have some overseas territory, push down into the Holy Land, help out the... Oh, it doesn't look good there. Homs by the Ayyubids. Yeah, maybe go help out Antioch and Jerusalem and create a crusade state. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.